When you think of hotels, maybe you imagine a weekend getaway or a nice suite with room service. But in the world of the ultra-rich, hotels aren't just places to stay. They're status symbols. And some hotel rooms are so expensive, so absurdly priced, that even billionaires rarely set foot in them. We're talking $50,000, $75,000, even $100,000 per night. Suites designed not for travelers, but for kings, sheikhs, celebrities, and the occasional billionaire who wants to flex. These rooms aren't about comfort. They're about exclusivity. Marble walls, private butlers, gold-plated bathrooms, hidden panic rooms, and views that most people will only ever see on postcards. But here's the controversial part. Many of these rooms sit empty. They exist as marketing tricks, tax write-offs, or vanity projects. They're less about hospitality and more about headlines. Proof that luxury has reached a level so ridiculous, it's almost laughable. Today we're pulling back the curtain on 5 of the world's most expensive hotel rooms no one ever books. Number 1. The Royal Penthouse Suite. Hotel President Wilson, Geneva. At the top of the list is Geneva's Hotel President Wilson, where the Royal Penthouse Suite goes for a staggering $80,000 per night. Yes, you could buy a brand new luxury car for the price of one night's sleep here. So what do you get? Try 12 bedrooms, 12 marble bathrooms, a private gym, a Steinway grand piano, and panoramic views of Lake Geneva. The suite takes up the entire top floor of the hotel, 18,000 square feet. That's larger than most mansions. Security is the big selling point. The suite comes with bulletproof glass, panic buttons, and a private security team. In other words, it's built for heads of state, billionaires, or anyone paranoid enough to sleep with armored walls. But here's the secret. The suite sits empty most of the year. Only a handful of political leaders and oil tycoons ever book it. For everyone else, it's just a marketing gimmick. By existing, it makes the hotel itself famous. Because who wouldn't want to stay at the place with the $80,000 room? It's less about occupancy and more about symbolism. Number 2. The Empathy Suite. Palms Casino, Las Vegas. Vegas doesn't do subtle. And the Empathy Suite at the Palms Casino proves it. At $100,000 per night, it's one of the most expensive hotel rooms on earth. Designed by controversial artist Damien Hirst, this suite isn't just a room, it's an art exhibit you can sleep in. Think formaldehyde sharks in tanks, butterfly motifs on the walls, and furniture covered in diamonds. The suite includes 2 master bedrooms, a salt relaxation room, an infinity pool overlooking the Strip, and a 24-hour butler service. The catch? The suite is only available if you're an invited high roller or part of the Palms' exclusive VIP program. In other words, even if you had $100,000 in hand, you couldn't just walk in and book it. It's not really a hotel room. It's bait to attract the mega-rich gamblers the casino relies on. And the truth? Hardly anyone stays there. It exists for PR headlines, to reinforce the myth of Vegas success. It's a room designed to be photographed more than slept in. Number 3. The Ty Warner Penthouse, Four Seasons, New York. If you want sky-high luxury, look no further than the Ty Warner Penthouse at the Four Seasons in Manhattan. Price tag, $50,000 a night. It sits 800 feet above the city, offering 360-degree views of Manhattan. Inside, it's decked with semi-precious stones, gold-threaded fabrics, and a library curated by Warner himself. Guests get access to a personal butler, a Rolls-Royce chauffeur, and a private spa room. But here's the irony. This suite is named after Ty Warner, the billionaire who made his fortune selling Beanie Babies in the 1990s. That's right. The man who sold stuffed animals for $5 built one of the most expensive suites in the world. And yet, hardly anyone actually books it. $50,000 a night in New York is overkill, even for celebrities. Most of the time, the suite sits empty, while the hotel uses it as a status marker to claim it's the most luxurious property in the city. Number 4. The Lover's Deep Submarine Hotel, St. Lucia. Now this one takes exclusive to a whole new level. The Lover's Deep Luxury Submarine Hotel isn't even on land. It's underwater. Priced at around $150,000 a night, it's billed as the most expensive hotel room in the world. Guests are taken in a private submarine beneath the waters of St. Lucia. where the entire ocean becomes their view. The submarine is customized with luxury suites, fine dining prepared by a personal chef, and private staff on board. Sounds incredible, right? Here's the problem. Almost nobody actually stays there. It's logistically complicated, insanely expensive, and marketed more like a fantasy than a functioning business. Many travel experts believe it's more of a publicity stunt than a real offering. It shows how absurd the world of luxury has become. We're not just talking about expensive hotels. We're talking about rooms that don't even exist in practice, but exist in headlines to keep the myth of luxury alive. Number 5. The Grand Riad, the Royal Mansour, Marrakech. When we talk about luxury, we usually imagine Paris, New York, or Dubai. But Morocco has quietly built one of the most jaw-dropping hotel experiences on earth, the Royal Mansour, Marrakech. And at the very top of this hotel sits its crown jewel, the Grand Riad. With a nightly price tag of around $40,000, it is one of the most expensive hotel suites in the world. But here's the catch. Almost no one ever books it. Why? Because the Grand Riad is less a hotel room and more a palace within a palace. It was commissioned under the order of King Mohammed VI of Morocco, who wanted to showcase Moroccan craftsmanship at the highest possible level. The Royal Mansour wasn't built just as a hotel. It was built as a statement to the world. Morocco can stand toe-to-toe with Paris, Dubai, or Beverly Hills in the arena of ultra-luxury. Step inside the Grand Riad and you'll feel like you've walked into a royal residence. The suite sprawls across 4 full bedrooms, multiple salons, private courtyards, and gardens. The detailing is beyond belief. Every wall, every arch, every tile was handcrafted by Moroccan artisans. We're talking about Zeliga mosaics, carved cedarwood ceilings, and marble floors that shimmer under natural light. It's not just interior design, it's a cultural exhibition wrapped in gold and marble. But that's only the beginning. The Grand Riad comes with its own private hammam spa, inspired by Morocco's centuries-old bathhouses. Guests can indulge in traditional treatments without ever leaving the suite. Outside, the private rooftop terrace includes a swimming pool overlooking the Atlas Mountains, complete with shaded lounges and lush gardens that make you forget you're even in a hotel. Service? Next level. Every guest in the Grand Riad is assigned a dedicated team of butlers, chefs, and attendants who operate in complete silence. They access the suite through hidden corridors so guests never see them enter or exit. Imagine invisible service, where needs are met before you even voice them. Breakfast appears as if by magic. Clothes are laundered and pressed without a knock on the door, and entire meals are prepared in your private kitchen by Michelin-level chefs. And yet, despite all of this, despite the grandeur, the history, the luxury, the suite is often empty. Even among billionaires, $40,000 a night is steep, and Marrakech isn't exactly the first stop on the global elite's travel circuit. Most of the time, the Grand Riad is used as a showpiece, a marketing tool. Tourists touring the Royal Mansour are told, "This is our most exclusive suite, fit for royalty." Photos circulate online, travel magazines gush, but actual occupancy? Rare. That's the irony of the Grand Riad. It wasn't really built to be booked. It was built to exist, to send a message, to create prestige for Morocco's tourism industry. Because here's the truth. Just knowing there's a $40,000 a night suite in Marrakech elevates the entire city's brand. Luxury is as much about perception as it is about reality. And here's where it gets controversial. Rooms like the Grand Riad highlight the absurd gap between image and utility in the luxury world. This isn't a suite meant for everyday billionaires or even celebrities. It's meant for kings, sheikhs, or maybe once in a blue moon, an A-list celebrity looking to make headlines. Most nights, the suite sits empty, guarded and polished, a perfect palace waiting for a guest who almost never comes. In other words, the Grand Riad isn't just a hotel room, it's a stage, a place built for prestige, not practicality. A piece of architectural theater designed to scream, "We have arrived in the luxury game." And in the process, it becomes less about hospitality and more about symbolism. So while you and I will probably never step foot in the Grand Riad, here's the truth. It doesn't matter. Its real purpose isn't to host guests, it's to host a narrative. That Morocco has the craftsmanship, the opulence, and the audacity to build one of the most expensive hotel suites in the world. Even if nobody actually books it,